I am Ivan Golubic, Managing Director of Gamma Corporate Development. Prior to Gamma, I spent over 20 years on the corporate side in various finance and corporate development functions. I led the corporate world as a VP of Global M&A for Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company and started Gamma about a year ago. We are a consulting firm focusing on improving effectiveness of corporate development functions, processes, as well as provide M&A support to the organizations that do not have internal resources.
COVID has provided a unique opportunity to reach out to a lot of people online, and it actually, in my opinion, has expanded the opportunity to reach to people, and people are more receptive of it. Also, we're seeing a lot of traffic and a lot of deal traffic in various avenues and various streams. So that has been a pretty good upside, I think, from COVID, and better than expected. Well, there's obviously a couple different, a couple obvious ones, such as, video conferencing, file sharing platforms, and that's something. Of course, the file sharing platforms have been very useful and necessary for it. I think those are to stay. But also, what I see that technology, although not as quickly, some specialized softwares for M&A deals and deal management softwares are going to be much more relevant going forward as we work remotely and track things and report things from a remote spaces. And I see the uptick in use of those solutions.
The market has been very active, and the numbers show that. But one thing that we've noticed is that pre-COVID time, there's organizations tend to rely a lot on organic sales growth, and during the COVID time and now, we're seeing a lot of more creative thinking around, well, it's harder to reach customers, so let's combine forces both in consolidation as well as expanding technologies and products. So the other thing is that the difference is what we're not seeing as much is international transactions. So people tend to be more focused on a domestic market where they're in, expanding the market, by acquiring their competitors as well as adding products and technologies required for growth. Being mainly in the automotive industry for past 20 years, and now more shifting towards mobility, it's very interesting time because obviously there is significant changes in the industry. One thing that I have noticed is prior to COVID, it was all about shared mobility. Once COVID came to us, that kind of died down, but electrification really took off in a big way. So that was the industry trends. What does that mean from an M&A perspective is that we're seeing a lot of technology acquisitions and going after new technology required to play in that new space. The second part that we're seeing is that I'm anticipating actually is consolidation in the startup of the electrification trend, because we're seeing a lot of small pop-ups starting up, and I think they're going to be prime for consolidation within the next few years. So that's the trend that I'm anticipating. We are definitely, what Byron said is, of course, you're moving to more virtual, but we're seeing slightly different focus on the deals, what type of deals people are pursuing, and how that works out. And also the interaction from my side, stepping away from corporate and going more into the service side, is, I always say there's an interesting dynamic, change that it's because of all the virtual world, it's easier to get to people and connect with people. However, it's actually hard. I find it harder to progress a particular deal. So the deals tend to take a little bit longer, in my opinion.